And in this episode, I'm going to tell you how you penetrate a vagina to last longer in bed. Now, if you are somebody who does not last longer in bed, or let's say you ejaculate before 2 minutes or before your partner wants, then this is going to help you a lot, because how you penetrate decides how long you're gonna last. So, if you are having sex or you are going to have sex for the first time, or if you have had sex with your wife and you're having sex for a long time, it doesn't matter. If you want to last longer, then chances are, with the way you change your penetration, you can change how long you last. Okay, so I'm going to keep this as simple as it can be. And the thing is, we are a very dynamic humans. Like, we men are very dynamic. I'll give you two examples for the way we have sex. Now, first of all, your emotions depend on a lot of factors. So maybe sometimes you are a very passionate person. You are very in the mood, you are very romantic, and you want sex in a very hot sex. You want very hot sex. Then sometimes you feel like you are very cold. You want to be a bit rough, right? You want to be maybe a little bit more dominating. So sex can depend on your mood, and your style, your sexual style can depend on a lot of factors. What happens during the day, what happened during the in your life. So the way you have sex depends on a lot of factors. So I don't want to give you a one size fit all strategy. Okay, do this and you're gonna last longer, or do that, you're gonna last longer, because chances are it depends on a lot of factors, and it depends especially on the mood. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a bit of framework. So if you are in this mood, do that, or if you're in that mood, do this. So what I'm going to give you is I'm going to give you a very basic framework which will allow you to last longer, no matter where you are, no matter in which mood you are. Okay, so I hope that sounds good to you, and believe me, once you master this, you can get so much better at it. And even if you are a newbie or you have a ton of experience, you have had sex all your life, maybe for 50 or so years, it doesn't matter. The more you gain command on this technique, the better it is. And I know from my personal life and from my students' results, I can tell you that this is going to make her soar, and this is going to make her say that it's enough now, you can stop, please stop. Now, I have had this experience in my personal life, so I can tell you with certainty. And of course, if you want more, you can check out my website, check out the 3 steps to lasting longer. But in this episode, I'm going to tell you how you can penetrate, the first step to lasting longer. So in this episode, I'm going to tell you everything you need. So here is the thing: how to survive the first few minutes. If you survive the first few minutes in the right way, if your start is good, the chances are your end is also good. So first of all, let's see what is your emotions today, or before having sex. You try to connect with your emotions. Now, your first task is not to connect with your partner. Now, I know I am trying to say something which the popular media doesn't want you to know or doesn't tell you. But the first thing you have to do, absolutely first thing, and nobody is going to tell you this, the first thing you have to do is you have to connect with your emotions. That's it. This is the first step. If you miss this step, or you try to connect with your partner, try to go on dates, try to give her expensive gifts, iPhones, flowers, none of that matters. It's bullshit. First, connect with yourself. Once you connect with yourself, your emotions, you would know how you would want to take the sex forward. Once you do that, the rest of everything will follow. Your partner will love you for that. Okay, is that a deal? So first, connect with your emotions. Sometimes we are very romantic, we are very passionate, we are slow but firm. Okay, we are not like a sissy or pussy. We are firm even if we are romantic. Sometimes you feel like you are cold, you are rough, you want to be dominating, and even that is okay. You want to take her and fuck her. And that's good, that's all right. Now you have to understand your emotions first. How do you want it? If you are very anxious, or if your concentration is somewhere else, maybe you want to pacify her, you want to satisfy her, chances are it's going to fuck you up. Okay, it's going to whack some of the hormones inside you, and it will take your focus away from you. Your first job is to give yourself the focus you need. Okay, and once you know what mood you are in, and then from there you take control. You have to take control. It can't be that you give control. As a man, you have to be on the wheel, and you have to penetrate when you feel right, not when she feels right. When you feel confident, when you feel it's okay to penetrate. Okay, that is the absolutely first step that you have to pay attention to even before the sex. Okay, now let's say you have been on a date, you had a great dinner, and you are now curled up, you are cuddling her, and now you slowly want to build up to the penetration. Now here's the second thing. You have to slowly build up to the penetration. You cannot run into the task. You cannot first take it as a task, and you cannot run into the process. Okay, you have to let the process unfold. Okay, you plant a flower, you can give the fertilizer, you can give the water, the sunlight, the sunshine, but the process has to take control. The process has to be there, right? Ultimately it's all about the process. So you have to build up to the penetration. If you try to be hurried, if you try to be until it's a quickie, you cannot be hurried. You have to be very calm, cool, and confident. Slow but firm. Okay, you have to slowly build up to the penetration. If you are rushing, then that's a recipe for a quickie, and probably this isn't what you want. You want to last as long as you want. Okay, so you are first building up to the penetration. You are slowly engineering the process, the what's coming next. You are slowly cooking the food, so you are slowly building to the penetration. How you build up? Maybe you are cuddling, maybe some small talk, maybe you are playing with her. It could be anything. Okay, if you are in that rough mood, maybe you are throwing her. Well, it could be anything. Of course, you are taking care of her, you love her, you don't want to hurt her, but that's a kind of a playful thing you are doing. What's next? Next is how you penetrate. Now the way you do it, first of all, I highly recommend you wear a condom, and then you do it slowly. Okay, enter the vagina slowly, and I would recommend that you spend some time entering her. Take your time, because it's also a bit comforting to her. Give her some time to experience the penetration, and then spend some time slowly getting that experience of being inside her. Now your focus, where should you focus at that time? Your focus should be on your emotions and on her, not on your penis, on vagina. Well, that's the way, best way I have found to last as long as you want. Okay, when you look at her, when you look at her emotions, maybe she's probably experiencing a delightful pain. At that time, look at her face, experience all that goodness, that manhood, and slowly spend some time there. Now sometimes I call this acclimatization. Before you scale a mountain, you spend some time in the base. Similarly, before you last longer, before you start your sexual machine, you spend some time in the base, experiencing all that goodness, experiencing, giving her that good pain, that delightful pain. And at this point, you have to understand is that there cannot be any jerky movements. There cannot be rushed pullouts, or you cannot be shoving quickly. There cannot be any jerky movements. At this point, slowly you will gain confidence. Now there is another technique that you can do, and I talk more about it in the 3 steps to lasting longer. I'll give you a link below this episode and you can check that out. But there is another tantra technique that you can do to last longer in bed. Now the technique is slightly advanced. The um, chances are some of you will get good results with this technique only. So here is the summary of the techniques. First, connect with your emotions. You have to understand what you want. Then slowly build up to the penetration. Okay, engineer the penetration process. Then spend some time in the base, acclimatizing, experience everything. Then no jerky movements, and have some slow, easy, smooth movements. Okay, the in and out movements. And then thereafter, once you feel confident, once you feel good, and once your focus shifts back to your head, I would say, or your focus, instead of going to the penis, your focus has shifted towards your face, you know, and you are giving attention to yourself, to your emotions, and to her. At that time you can go like a porn star. You can just go easy the way you want. Okay, the way you want. And there is something that I want to underline, is that at this point, if this is your first time, then chances are you may not perform like a porn star. Let's be honest here. But the thing is, the more you have sex, the better you get. Now try to avoid novelty here. Now don't try to experiment here. Try to do the usual, the normal things as you did before. Even if you have some erectile dysfunction or you have some problem with erection, if you have some problem like that, then deal with that separately. There are certain pills and balms and certain creams that you can use, and of course a good lifestyle helps. But at the end of the day, this is the process to last longer in bed. And if you want more, then check out the chrislovelock.com, where I have the step-by-step process laid out for you to enable you, to equip you to last as long as you want. And once you do that, you are gonna make her soar. You're gonna last as long as you want or she wants. It could be 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20, 30. I have lasted as long as I want in my married life, and I have never ever disappointed her. And if you want that kind of confidence in bed, then there is I invite you to check out the chrislovelock.com and 3 steps to lasting longer. And this is where you gonna learn to last as long as you want. This is gonna change your sexual life. It will change your relationships for good. It's going to give you the confidence you need in life to be the man that she wants you to be the man of the house that she wants you to be, and you will be able to enjoy your sex, your life as much as you want. And I want all that for you. So check that website out, and I'll see you on the next page. Until then, take care, goodbye.